morning. Hello, welcome to this vlog. I'm super excited to be vlogging this week. There's a lot going on and I just thought I would take you guys around with me. It is Monday and I really need to get some calls done, appointments made, and I just thought I'd take you along for the week, starting with today. Today's exciting because finally I'm going to sign up to a gym. I've got a gym meetup, look around appointment in I think about 45 minutes. So before then I want to get some of my other stuff done. So let me write a list and I'll get straight onto it. Hey guys, so I'm back from doing some little errands. I went and signed up to the gym. I'll show you around a little bit later. After that, I went to Recycle Boutique. I highly recommend you guys go there if you've got branded clothes. You just give it to them and they give you 50% of earnings. It's super easy. I made I think $96 this round. Easy cash, donate, recycle, all of that good stuff. After that, I went to the library and picked up some books that I just really want to share with you guys. And the first one I picked up, well actually Titus chose this one for me, is Pride and Prejudice. This is Jane Austen's classic romance that everyone has heard of. After that, I picked up Seanan McGuire's Every Hearted Doorway. This is a series I've heard nothing but amazing things about from the sounds of it. The character, so it's a different character in every book of the series, and each character has gone to a different world and they've experienced things and then come back to Earth, and then the Earthlings, as regular people, think that they're crazy, and so it's kind of following that story. This one is 110% inspired by completely mind blanked out. Inspired by this booktuber. It's his all-time favourite book. It's classified as a young adult horror. It's set on a mysterious island in an abandoned orphanage, and it's got something to do with the collection of peculiar photographs. It's also got the photographs in here, which I'm super excited about. I reckon more adulty books need pictures in. If you saw my last 2019 reading wrap-up, you saw that my favourite author of 2019 was H.K. Choi, and I just happened to stumble across this one by her. I have no idea what it's about, apart from it's to do with a relationship and has romance in it. And there is the college dropout Pablo and pop juggernaut Liana, and then they meet at 5 AM in the dead of the winter, and it sounds like you just follow them as they become an item. This is Celeste Ng's book, Little Fires Everywhere. This is an adult fiction and it's set in Cleveland where things are super planned. But then enters Mia Warren, and she kind of seems to upset this village where this book is set because they're super organized, type A-ish, and she just seems a bit more spiritual. All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stavada. This is the same author who wrote the Raven Boys series, which I absolutely adored. This one is also another young adult fantasy sort of story. And the magic element in this is that people seem to be able to perform miracles of some sort, hence they're saints. And we follow three cousins, and one of them doesn't have the ability to create miracles, and it's just following their journey. And it sounds like there is a little bit of plot twistiness going on in here, with miracles happening that you wouldn't have expected. Now, one of my reading goals was to read things that aren't my typical genres. So Titus chose for me Demon Slayer and Tokyo Ghoul, the first in both of these manga series. I am super excited. I've been watching him watch this, so I know a little bit about what Demon Slayer is based on. And Tokyo Ghoul is just one I've seen all around. There's heaps of Tumblr fan art and all of that stuff. So I've seen this one around too. So that's my library haul for this week. I was only going in for 3 books, but classic. Came out with more. my previous videos I talked about these steps I wanted to do to get my life together, and I started making a super cool video because I worked out for like 1 week straight, and I've got all these cool clips, and it's like, in my opinion, I'm like, yeah, look at me go. But I'll insert those here because I've already edited them, so I may as well use it. But then, long story short, we got accepted into this new house. I haven't done a house tour probably coming up. But then we got this place, so I was living between the 3 homes, being this place, Titus's parents and my parents, for a couple of weeks, I would say. So I just had gear everywhere. And then it was Christmas, and then, you know, it's now the 6th of January today. So it has taken me a while, as well as the fact that I've just been settling into the new place. This is my proper home. So it's Wednesday morning. Yesterday I literally had nothing on and I read all day and I didn't quite finish my book. So in classic fashion, I stayed up till 2 a.m. finishing Red Dragon, which is Thomas Harris's first book in like the Hannibal Lecter series. This book actually follows the detective facing another murderer. What's that term called? Sociopath? He's actually solving another crime, and he goes to Hannibal Lecter as like some guidance, another perspective. So that's how we were first actually introduced to him in the series. I found the writing style really interesting because I found it the most complex and well thought out mystery that I've ever read. I had to go back and reread things and think about putting clues together. I will admit at the beginning the writing style caught me a little bit because it seems to flip between narrative styles a little bit. Like 1 second it's third person, but then the next second you're like really into Will Graham, who is the detective, into his head. So anyway, it's really good. I am going to continue with the series. I do have them all on my shelf. I found them on sale. So it's time for me to get ready. I'm going to my parents tonight. Get to see the puppies. I'll show you them. They're so cute. But I thought I've got to go get my hair done and I need a book. So I put a poll up on my Instagram stories asking you guys what one I should read next and what you would like me to talk about in this reading kind of vlog. And you guys have voted, so it's time for me to find out what you voted for. I just got out of the salon. I go to the styling room with Tegan and I am so in love. It is the perfect shade of pink that I was after. I asked for something more pastel-y, a little bit lighter, and so I got my roots done and she lightened it all up. I truly highly recommend styling room with Tegan. Go check them out online if you're in the Pammy area. Now to go home, see the puppy. Hey, you guys haven't seen the puppy yet. Wait till you see the kitty. What are you after? What are you after, Samo? Come on then, get it. Oh jeez. Oops, whoops. Quick, don't let Mum see you. Quick. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Oh, pitiful.
Good girls, come on.
Are you okay being in the video, Mum?
Got no makeup on though. I'm not
It's alright.
Up, get off. That's me. Come on, girls. Alright, come on. Come on, that's alright. Oh, get down. You piggy. Come on. Come on.
Go on, Reese.
Oh my god.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Everyone else is having a feast. Ugh. Right. That's it. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on, girls. So I suppose I should do a bit of a reading update, hey? So I've been reading this, page 189. I think that's about halfway. Oh, it's so bright. I'm really enjoying the story so far. It's less creepy than I originally thought it was going to be after looking at all the photos and the people all dressed up, but still a really good book. My favourite part of the story is how invested in Jacob I am. So his life, in his words, has a before and after. A tragedy occurred in his family, and after the tragedy he kind of has to go through some counselling because what he thinks he saw sounds fantastical, and nobody believes him. So he kind of ends up going on this bit of a mission, and I'm at the part in the story where he's in the midst of his little discovery mission, and I'm so invested in him, and I'm so just rooting for him and hoping he finds whatever it is that he's looking for. morning. I am up to page 296 of, oh yeah, look, these are the creepy monsters, of 382. So I am going to just chill here and mish through it because I really want to finish it. I'm going to keep this review spoiler free so you don't have to worry about any of that. So the ending. I did really enjoy the ending, even though some parts of it felt a little bit rushed and a bit coincidental at times. For example, there's a scene where Jacob is chasing after the bad guy and the bad guy drops something instrumental, just so happens to drop it. And it just seemed like a little bit of an easy plot point so that Jacob could progress in the story. But aside from that, I did really like the whole character progression. I really enjoyed how the final pages of the story led on to the next story. So this one was all about like introducing you to the characters and the world and, you know, who Jacob is and his backstory, and then it's left at a place where we can now go on an adventure with him. Here's a couple more. Oh, these photos are real. And in the back it actually includes some other photos, such as this creepy Santa one, which weren't actually included in the story. So it's a really cool little afterword there. I thought it added quite a bit to the story. So overall, I think I've got to give it, do I do half stars? So I'm gonna give it 5 stars. But just like a little bit of a weaker 5 stars because of how coincidental some things felt, but 5 stars. Some mail. I wonder who it's from. Yeah! So we got into this because we were watching videos on YouTube. Gordon Ramsay has his own YouTube channel and we were like binge watching it. And then I saw that he had a cookbook relating to the video, so explained. Happy Friday, no wait, Saturday isn't it? Happy Saturday guys. So I started reading Pride and Prejudice as you saw. I'm currently on page 55 and I have to say I'm really enjoying the humour in the book. I thought that the old style of writing would scare me a little bit, but it's actually not that hard to get to. But we're just off to town and the boys are getting some haircuts, so I brought the thinner Every Heart a Doorway to read. Super hooked on Every Hat a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. I'm 22 pages in and I am so intrigued by both characters that we've been introduced to. The equivalent to a headmistress, Eleanor, and the first main character, Nancy. It is so good and I think I'm going to give Pride and Prejudice I push on the pause button for now. She's really funny and I'm really enjoying her, but I can only, you know, take so much of the, is it 1816 writing style at a time? 1813. I can only take so much of the 1813 writing style at a time, so I'm just gonna binge read this one for now. Hey guys, so it's Saturday evening. I'm just letting my tummy settle and then I'm off to the gym, and I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here so I can edit all for tomorrow. But before I go, I just want to do a bit of a quick reading wrap up. I have read 4 and a bit books, starting with one that you guys didn't actually see me read, and that is Volume 1 of The Demon Slayer. I read this in one sitting when the quiche was cooking, actually, from Monday. Awesome book, absolutely loved it, gave it 4 stars. The second book I completed was Tokyo Ghoul, Volume 1, again another awesome manga, another 4 stars from me. Both of these were kind of along the same vein in terms of the main character goes through a life-changing event and no longer can go back to the way they once lived. After that, I finished Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which I gave 4.5 stars. And then today, just earlier, I finished Every Hat a Doorway by Sheena Maguire. I think I'm going to give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed the plot premise, but just couldn't help but feel like something was missing. Maybe the mystery side of it wasn't extrapolated enough for my personal taste. I wanted to be able to sink my teeth into it more and get wondering about it more, but the world, like the idea of going through different doors and different worlds, sounded so amazing and so unique. I really truly loved it. And then I'm at the same part where I was when I last talked to you guys about Pride and Prejudice, and no doubt you'll see me slowly chipping my way through this. Only about 80% left. But with that being said, if you're still here, thank you for still being here. It has been one long and very full week. I think I'm going to keep doing weekly vlogs because I just really love editing them and filming them and having like a visual journal to look back on. I'm all about that sort of stuff if you know me. So once again, thank you for watching till the very end, and I will see you next time. Bye.